definitely not a makeup minimalist when it comes to my collection. I have over 500 products in my makeup drawers. That includes all my glitters, all my lipsticks, all my palettes, blushes, highlights, everything. I have a lot. I love nothing more than rooting through my makeup collection to figure out what I'm going to use in that day, and that makes me so unbelievably happy. And whenever I see a minimalist makeup collection, all I can think is how? Oh my gosh, how? I kind of wish I was that girl, but I also really, really don't. So today I challenged myself to curate my perfect minimalist makeup collection, and I have only 15 products, which terrifies me. This terrifies me. The thought of this is like my worst nightmare, losing all my makeup and having this minimal makeup collection. I've gone through all the things that I need on an everyday basis. I've also kept some fun makeup in there as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is not going to be me like downsizing completely. Like, I still love my makeup collection, but this is just like if I had to have a minimal makeup collection, what would I keep and why? But just before we do jump into this video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you know what? I really think that we could do it. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup. I love project panning, get ready with me's, all that kind of fun stuff. And as always, everything on my face today, as well as everything that I speak about in this video, will be linked down below. They will be affiliate links, so if you do shop using my links, that means the world to me. It just means I get a small commission from your sale at no extra expense to you guys. All right, let's jump into it. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know why, because I'm not being forced to use just these products, but this is just like a what if. So a lot of you guys may know that I actually don't use primer. I don't like primer at all. I have very dry skin. So as long as I moisturize really, really well, I actually have 2 moisturizers that I use every day, and they just like see me through. So I don't use primer. I don't think it's a necessary step in a makeup collection, especially if I'm being a minimalist and I can only keep 15. So primer is out. We don't know her. We pretend we do not see her. So let's move straight on to foundation. So the foundation that I would keep is the Revolution Matte Base Pore Blurring Full Coverage Foundation. And now there is a funny story with this. I saw this in Superdrug years ago and it was £2. And I was like, you know, for the lols, I'm gonna have to buy this foundation that's £2 from Revolution because it's gonna be so bad. And it is my favorite foundation in the world. To expect this to be so unbelievably disgusting and for it to actually be my favorite foundation is crazy. I've repurchased this 3 times, I think now. So again, I have very dry skin, but I do have very acne prone skin as well. And this thing is incredible. It covers up anything that you want covered up, all your dirty little secrets, they are gone with this thing. It absolutely blows me away, and the fact that it is so cheap. It is so unbelievably cheap. I'm in the shade F2 and it's just one of those squeezy tube foundations. It's very, very thick. So if you don't like thick full coverage foundations, definitely steer clear of this. But it is the most beautiful foundation. In my opinion, it is so much better than some of the high-end foundations that I have in my collection. It is just beautiful, and it does blur the skin as well, so you don't even need a primer with this. Even if you are a primer girl, you don't need it because this blurs those pores. It blurs. It is so good. This was such an unexpected favorite in my makeup collection. I was sure the whole reason I bought it was because I thought it'd be a laugh, you know. It's just, I've fallen in love with it. I've fallen in love with it. It is something I would recommend to anyone who likes full coverage, who maybe has a bit of acne, who are looking for a really, really good cheap foundation. This is the one for you. I would swear by this all day, every day. So like I said, I do suffer with acne, so a concealer is an absolute must in my minimal makeup collection. And again, this is something that I've repurchased so many times. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer Matte Full Coverage 16-Hour Wear. Now, if you're in the UK, you will know this concealer. I already know you own this concealer, or at least have owned this concealer, because this concealer is like a staple rite of of passage in the UK. I feel like everyone's first concealer was this concealer, and you know what? We started with the best. We really, really did. It is full coverage. Absolutely. I adore this thing. And I, again, have repurchased this so many times. I have the lighter shade, which is the shade 2 Porcelain. There's probably a 1 somewhere, you'd think, but they don't sell a 1, so I've got number 2. This is a mixing concealer for me. I wouldn't use it as a mixing concealer in my minimalist makeup collection, but for some reason, I always buy foundations that are way too dark for me online, and this is just perfect to mix, make it lighter, and it is so full coverage as well. It boosts up coverage, but in my minimalist makeup collection, this would just be a normal concealer because my foundation works for me. The Revolution Matte Base is the perfect shade for me. This concealer does not budge. This concealer is so good. They have upped the price though. I Can See You collection. This used to be like £2, I swear. Now it's £4. Inflation. But still, I can't complain. It is an absolute must staple concealer for anyone in the UK. If you're looking for just a good staple, cheap drugstore concealer, I would recommend this all day, every day. And it is definitely the concealer that I'm bringing in to be a minimalist, my new life. So for powder, this was something that I struggled with because I don't like the ethics of this brand. However, if it was just curating a minimal makeup collection, this is what I would have as my powder. This is the SheGlam Insta Ready 2-in-1 powder duo. So on the top is this pressed powder, and I have a massive pan in mine, so I've clearly liked it a lot. And then at the bottom of this used to be a loose powder. However, I have Project Pan this, and it is completely gone. I have completely finished this loose powder. But we're just going to imagine that this is full still, you know? We're just going to imagine that this is a brand new product. Now, SheGlam, I don't really like to support as a makeup brand because we all know Shein is like some dodgy company. Like, we all know that they are not the most ethical company in the world, and SheGlam being their makeup brand is obviously not going to be ethical either. However, it's a 2-in-1. Would I go out and repurchase this? No, and it is one of the reasons why I am trying to finish it. I'm halfway there. This loose side is completely gone, and as you saw before, this does have a pan in it. Once this is finished, I will not be repurchasing it, but for the context of a minimal makeup collection, this would be like your best friend. Oh my god. I always use a pressed and a loose powder every single day when I do my makeup. I like to set under my eyes with a loose powder and then the rest of my face with a pressed powder. So hey, it's one product. It's one product. It's a 2-in-1. I think for this context, it is absolutely perfect. And the quality is nice. It's a nice quality product. It's not really, really bad. A lot of the things on Shein you buy and it's like that expectation versus reality. And it's just like, what is this? This is quite nice. It's a nice product. So yeah, would I repurchase it? No. But is it perfect for this video? Yes. So I'm going to move on from that because I feel like that's a hit and miss product. So now let's talk about bronzer. So I've decided to have single products and a face palette as well. I had enough products, so I thought, you know what, I'll treat myself. So the bronzer that I would decide to have in my minimal makeup collection is my Kiko Milano Unexpected Paradise bronzer. I've spoken about this for years. I love this thing so much. It is absolutely one of my favorite bronzers in my makeup collection, if not my favorite. And I mean, it's beautiful. Just look at it. It is so big. I would not be running out of this anytime soon. It is also domed, so you've got even more product. And I mean, this packaging is just gorgeous. I love Kiko so much. I really want to get more Kiko products because it's just the whole aesthetic of Kiko is just like so up my alley. I love aesthetic looking makeup products, and this is just beautiful. It really, really is. It's the perfect shade for me. It smells like paradise. It smells like a tropical vacation. It is gorgeous. So this 100% is going to be in my minimal makeup collection, and I'm not going to have to repurchase this until I'm about 90 because I mean, look at this thing. I know someone was trying to pan this, like, whoa, Like, I'm praying for you, girl. Whoever you were, I can't remember who it was, but someone was trying to pan one of these, and I mean, best of luck. Couldn't be me. I'm too scared. I would never ever put this in a long-term project pan because that is terrifying for me. But the Kiko bronzers, the Kiko cheek products in general are just beautiful. I do know they have a little bit of a dodgy shade range though. I would change that about Kiko because not everyone is pale. Not everyone is pale skin, and I know that they're like a European brand, but hey, a lot of very dark skinned people live in Europe as well. You need to get with the times. You need to update your packagings a little bit, update your formulas, your shade ranges. And then if they did that, Kiko would be on top of the world and I would be like so happy. So now let's talk about blush. So blush is a difficult thing because I love loads of different colors of blush. I love like a more lilac blush. I love a more nude blush. I love a more pink blush, but I thought I can only have one single blush. And you know what? I went with Ye Old Faithful. I went with the star of the show. This is Milani Luminoso. Of course I had to pick this. This goes with everything, and I think that's why it has made it into my hypothetical minimalist makeup collection. It is the perfect, beautiful, everyday shade. It goes every season of the year, every month, every day, and it goes with like every eye look as well. It is just an absolute classic for a reason. It is so stunning. It is so stunning. Like, oh, yeah. It has that slight sheen in it as well, which makes it so nice on the skin. It doesn't give you like a glowy look, but it definitely gives you a kind of sheen glow from within. And that is exactly what I want, especially on these summer days like it is today. Like, oh my goodness me, this is absolutely perfect. It goes with anything. I love loads of different eye looks. You guys know I love my colourful eye looks. I am yet to find something that this does not go with. A black deep smoky eye, this will be great with. A bright light pastel look, this will be great with. It goes with absolutely everything, and I have full faith that if this was one of the only blushes in my collection, I could be pretty good with that. Maybe not long term, because like I said before, I love having choice. But for a little amount of time, maybe, this would be perfect. But that is not the blush's fault. That's just my maximalist makeup hoarder brain, you know? You can never have too much makeup, and that is a hill I will die on, you know? So this video was very hard. But I think I would have a really, really good run with this. And as you can maybe see, I've got a lot of use on this. This used to be domed, and it's not anymore. I think I could probably finish this up sometime, possibly not soon, but I think that would be a really good idea because this is getting old in my collection. This is getting very, very old. So who knows, maybe finishing it up at some point would be an idea, but for right now it still works beautifully. And if anything, I wish I could have more use on this because I love this so much. So of course this had to be the blush that I would bring in to my cull of blushes. So for highlight, I love a highlight. I still love a highlight. I'm still living in 2016. I decided to have more of a fun highlight because that highlight in my face palette is more like subtle everyday. So you know what? I thought this is my opportunity to have a fun, in your face, pretty playful highlight. And this is pretty brand new in my makeup collection and I've just been loving it. So this is the Odin's Eye Moon Tears highlighter. This was sent to me in PR and I'm still unbelievably grateful. And this is like a blue to purple highlight and it is stunning. It's got an almost iridescent base to it, so it'll go on every single skin color. And I just love one of these colorful blue to purple highlights. Maybe not for every day, but definitely for a little bit of a pop, a little bit of fun. So I did do a first impression with this highlight and with the whole Sulmund 2 eyeshadow palette as well. I will link that up in the cards if you wanted to see me play around with that. But this is stunning. I hate touching it because I feel like I'm going to ruin it. It is so smooth, so beautiful, so blinding and kind of a little bit glittery. Like I'm not like a glitter fan when it comes to highlight, but a little bit of like shimmer, sparkly, glittery bits, I'm all right with. This is just a fun highlight. I love this thing so much. And I mean, it does obviously have a bit of a sentimental place in my heart because Odin's Eye sent this to me in PR. Did I mention Odin's Eye sent this to me in PR? What the hell? The packaging as well, it's just beautiful, and I would have so much fun with this in my makeup collection. If it was just one-on-one, me and her, we would take over the world because, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is gorgeous. I'm so excited to play around even more with this highlighter. Like, I've not been able to put it down. It's just been so fun. And for this weather as well, this beautiful, bright, sunny weather, it's beautiful. And also in the winter for like an icy blue highlight, yes. Everything about this, everything, I just love it so much. So I'm going to put it down and I'm going to talk about the base palette that I will roll in to my hypothetical minimalist makeup collection. So this is the NARS Exposed Face Palette, and I've been working on this on and off now all year, and I've really gotten to know it and gotten to love it. I lusted after this when this first came out way back when, and I thought I'd miss the opportunity because it did get discontinued. However, I did find it on Relight, and my whole life just got better when I got this. Finally getting your hands on a product that you've been like absolutely drooling over for years is like a feeling like no other, and especially when it's like a really nice product. I originally didn't know how I felt about this because it is more of that like cream gelée kind of formula. It's not a full powder, but the more I've got to know it, the more that I've used it, I've just loved it. You can see I have a huge pan in this bronzer. The dip in this is ridiculous, so I've used and abused this so much. And also, these blushes are beautiful. These, like, more deep tones will give me a really nice contrast to Luminoso. This peach is pretty similar to Luminoso, but all of these are mattes, and this is more of a, like, glowy formula. So a lot of difference there. Obviously, the highlight is going to be very, very different from my Odin's Eye highlight. This is definitely a more everyday, neutral, work appropriate highlight. This is like fun time, you know? So I definitely wanted to have something a little bit more neutral if I'm only going to have two highlights. I've really, really enjoyed playing with this over the past few years, and it's one of them that was in my running to be Pan That Face palette this year. However, you guys voted against having this, and I'm sad because I really did want to pan this, but also I've absolutely loved my Zoeva face duos. So I'm not that mad. I'll live, but I really do want this to be Pan That palette next year. I think it's just a beautiful palette, and I think I can definitely finish this bronzer because, I mean, that pan is huge. This highlight, I think I could probably finish, maybe hit pan on a few of these blushes. I think if you give me a year with this, I could do some amazing damage on this. So yeah, I just thought it's a really nice, neutral, everyday blush and highlight palette, and it's nice. Also, this mirror isn't broken. I know a lot of people were saying, my mirror's broken. It's not. I pick my skin with this mirror all the time. So I just eliminated that. I'm not going to want to do it if I can't do it. So here we go. I'm a massive skin picker. It is ridiculous. I'm trying my best to get out of that habit, but I don't know, I'm trying. So even though there are 6 products in this palette, I've counted this as one product just because it is. In this context, it is one product, and I think I would get a lot of use on this. And I think that they are very, very different to the singles that I rolled in as well. I'm saying rolled in like it's a project pan. It's not. All right, so we've had 7 products. We've got 8 products remaining, and the next one I feel like is like, it's one of those boring ones, and it's one of those that I was like, oh, am I really gonna have to give up one of my 15 spaces for this? But honestly, yeah, I am gonna have to. This is my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I know, it's a bit of a boring one. It's not a super fun product. Like, who wants to talk about an eye primer? But this is like the best eye primer I have ever used. I absolutely adore this thing, and I know I could not do my eyeshadow without it now. So I used to use the P. Louise bases, and I always just thought that my eyes were super oily. It's not, it's just those bases did not set much at all, but this is so good. This does not crease any of my eyeshadows at all, and I will repurchase this till the day I die, I think. I love it. It is a staple for a reason. This is an old gal. This is an old beauty YouTube staple. But the fact that people are still loving it and still using it is just a testament to how great this product is. I no longer think I have oily eyelids. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? I would take this over the P. Louise any day of the week. Even though it doesn't let your eyeshadow crease, it's still not dry. It still has a little bit of a mushy formula. I'm really selling this. But I really like it. I've only tried a few eye primers, but this is amazing. Every day I'd come home from the office if I'd worn my P. Louise and I'd just be like, ugh, my eyeshadow looks awful. With this, I do not have that problem at all. So yeah, I know it's a little bit of a boring product to talk about, but realistically, this would definitely be in my minimalist makeup collection because I can't do my makeup without it. So there you go. Now let's get on to the fun stuff. I have 2 eyeshadow palettes. I treated myself to 2, I know. Wild and crazy. So the first one, I thought I'm gonna need like a staple neutral eyeshadow palette just because, I mean, I love bright, fun, colorful makeup. And I guess I could have done like a half neutral, half colorful palette, but I wanted to pick up this. This is the Colourpop That's Taupe palette. And this has been in my Project Level Up. It's not been a great month for Project Level Up. I've had no pans hitting this, but that's fine. We're gonna move on. This is such a beautiful palette for every day. It's got those really cool tone shades, but it's also got that warm tone Pebble Beach shade as well. And I feel like I could do a lot with this. I actually pulled this for the last product that I picked, just because I thought that Bedrock would be a great brow shade as well. And Boa would also be a great lid setting shade. So they're 2 like 2-in-1 kind of eyeshadows as well. And I just think it would be such a beautiful palette for every day in the office, very neutral looks. So the next palette that I'm going to talk about does have a few neutral shades in it, but like I just wanted a solid neutral eyeshadow that I could depend on, that I could love, that I know that I love. And this palette is just stunning. I really like it. A lot of people were surprised to learn that I actually own this palette because I am a colourful eyeshadow fiend, but I just think it's beautiful. I really do. I mean, this shade Slated is just gorgeous. I really love this all over the eyes. It's just like an everyday neutral, very light kind of look. And these neutral kind of mattes are so up my alley. The only thing I wouldn't reach for are maybe these super dark shimmers. So the shade Cold Blooded and Constrictor. But who knows, maybe I'll be in like a smoky mood one day. I want to cover all bases while still only having 15 products. So this is going to be an absolute perfect shadow to roll in. I do think it's gorgeous, this palette, just for an everyday, like no thinking, quick, simple makeup look. It is stunning. I really enjoy it. I am wearing Bedrock in my brows today and I love it. I think it's a great brow shade. So there we go. I don't use any other brow products, only eyeshadow in my brows. So that covers all of my brows as well. I don't need to do anything else with my brows. It's a 2-in-1. It's brilliant. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Yeah, for an everyday palette, this is so up my street. I absolutely love cool tones. So this is great. Love this. 10 out of 10. Definitely happy with this being one of my 15 products. And now I'm going to move on to the more colourful, fun palette. So this is definitely a new palette in my collection, but I did a review of this about a month ago and I just love it. I think it's great. This is the Cosmic Brushes or Cosmic Beauty Cool Trolls palette. And you can see there is that row of neutrals on the top, but there is also that really fun, just blue, pink, purple colour story. And I absolutely adore it. If I'm going to wear colour, I'm 100% going to wear some cool tones, even if it's just like a little bit of a pop. This will also go with That's Taupe. Blue and taupe are my favourite colour combo ever. But I also have some warm tones in here. The shade Grounded is more of like a reddy, dusty, cranberry kind of shade. So I'm not stuck to just doing cool tones, but honestly, if it wasn't for Project Pans, I probably would never reach for warm tone eyeshadow anyway. So I have done a full review and a 3 looks 1 palette. I will link those in the cards if you are interested in this or seeing some more looks with this. Maybe you own this palette and you're like wondering what to do with it. I definitely recommend the 3 looks 1 palette that I did. I loved all those looks, and this palette is just beautiful. Yes, there are these kind of more neutral shades that are very reminiscent of that taupe, and something that I was playing around with was like, do I want to like double dip? I only have 15 products that I can roll in. Do I want 2 kind of similar color stories? And yeah, because this doesn't have a brow shade in it, and it also doesn't have a lid setting shade in it. I guess I could use pressed powder as a lid setting shade, but I just like what I like, okay? And there's no brow shade, so I wouldn't be able to do my brows. And I'm not rolling in just one single eyeshadow for brows. Absolutely not. It can be double dip. This color story, the blues in here are gorgeous. Like the blue, I love blue eyeshadow so much. I absolutely loved playing around with this palette in my review and my 3 looks. It's been something that I have also been dipping into a lot recently, just in my own time, going to the office, things like that. This pink, I actually really enjoy, and I know everyone's shocked, but I actually really enjoy this pink. It goes with these cool tones so well, and I really didn't think that I would like having a pink in here. I'm not a pink girl. I'm really, really not, but this pink is so gorgeous with these cool tones. It works as a really, really nice transition shade just to blend everything out. It's not too pigmented. The shimmers are gorgeous. Like everything about this is so pretty. I think like a 2 shadow look with these 2 shades is also going to be insane. Maybe you can add this as a wing. Just like all of it is just really beautiful. And it's just like me in a palette. I feel like I love this palette so much. And I'm very, very happy having these 2 teaming up, working together for the 2 eyeshadow palettes that I would have in my minimal makeup collection. It is scary only having 2 palettes. I have about 35 eyeshadow palettes in my collection, so only having 2, that is scary. But I think they're good choices. I really think they are. So now I've got something a little bit more fun. You guys know me. I love the Pastel Roses so much. They are my favorite makeup brand ever, and I am wearing one of their shades on my lids today. So this is the shade Pavo or Pavo. But my absolute all-time favorite shade from them is Milky Way. And you might be looking at this thinking like, what is that? It doesn't look like it has any color in it at all. But this is a beautiful like blue, purple, pink, iridescent glitter shade. And it has my heart and my soul. I love this shade so much. And it can go with neutrals, it can go with blues, which is just the colors that we've rolled in with eyeshadow. Multiple times I've used this just on top of neutral looks, and it just gives that stunning, peacocky kind of look. It is so gorgeous. I will repurchase this till the day that I die. I love their loose eyeshadow glittery shades so much because they're not like glitter. It's not like hard glitter. It's almost like cellophane little flakes, so they like mold to your eyes. They're so comfortable. I have tried a lot of glitters that just like make your eyes feel weird because they're like hard little bits of plastic. This is so smooth, so malleable, so thin, but also so impactful as well. Like you can see Pavo today. It is, oh, these shades are just beautiful. I would never be without a Pastel Roses glitter. You guys know this. Even though I only have 15 products to share with you, this has to be one of them. This has to be one of them. I knew that this was going to be one of them before I even sat down to film this video, and I'm so happy that I've got it because it goes with that taupe so well, and it will also go with Coultrals so well with these like blue, pink, purple shifts. I think it's stunning. I will literally be the biggest fan of this till the day I die. If Milky Way has no fans, I am dead. It is beautiful. This would be my #1 recommendation from the Pastel Roses. If you're into those like blue, pink, purple, glittery looks, this all the way. I love it so much. It is beautiful. Just trust me on this. it is stunning. So a lot of you guys may know that my favorite eyeliner to wear in my waterline is a black. So I would have this. This is my number 7 Stay Perfect Amazing Eyes pencil. Now I'm actually not the biggest fan of this, so I'd realistically probably have the Urban Decay pencil or something like that, but just for like a placeholder, I rolled this in because this is actually the only black waterliner that I have in my collection right now, which is pretty scary. I don't know why I've just not had the time to go out and buy another pencil, but this was just in my collection, so I was like, hey, why not? Why not? I love a black in the waterline. I feel like it is such a staple smoky look, and I just love it. I think it'll go with the Culturals as well. It'll go with all the grungy, dark, smoky shades in this. And it'll also go with That's Taupe so well. Also, the Culturals palette has a black eyeshadow, so I can do like a black eyeshadow wing and then put this in the waterline to be more smoky and things like that. I really love a black. It is like my go-to. Today, I'm not wearing a black, I'm wearing a blue, but it just goes with anything as well. I love it. I know a lot of people don't like something that harsh in the waterline, but for me, it is just absolutely beautiful. I think it makes my blue eyes pop so much. Just that contrast, I just think is gorgeous. And yeah, probably the Urban Decay one. I'm probably going to go out and buy the Urban Decay one because this does have a habit of like collecting in my tear ducts, and then it kind of smudges throughout the day. It's not the most long lasting, but just as a placeholder, a black pencil eyeliner would be a absolute staple must-have in my minimal makeup collection. If I was only going to use one eyeliner, it's gonna be a black pencil because I can't live without it. I cannot live without it. What is an eyeliner shade that you can't live without? I know a lot of people love a good nude, a brown, maybe a purple, a blue, a pink, a green. Let me know what color is your go-to. So next I have the only mascara that exists to me. This is the Essence Lash Princess mascara. It's the green one. And I need to repurchase this because it's getting a little bit dry. It's running out a little bit and it makes me so sad. But this is such a beautiful mascara and I'm so sad I can't buy this in store anymore. R.I.P. Wilco. Oh my god, if you know, you know. It is such a sad time. I'm gonna have to buy this online now, but I will repurchase this every single day of my life. If I need a new mascara, it's Essence Lash Princess. I know some people have said that this transfers on the lower lash line. It does when you get a new one, so obviously, like, don't tell this to my minimal makeup collection because technically this isn't going to be part of it. If you get a clear brow glue, this looks like disgusting because I do this hack every single day with this. Just run your clear brow glue or brow gel on your lower lash line and this will stop it transferring. It will just put a little barrier between your mascara and your skin and you will not get any mascara smudging ever again. You can also do it on your top lashes if you experience that. Top tip. But obviously we don't have a brow glue in our minimal makeup collection, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. In my hypothetical little world, I'm just gonna have to live without. But if you do that little trick, this is the best mascara in the world. I've tried so many and this is just top tier. I'm sorry, it is. Yeah, it transfers. But once you get over that and you do that little brow glue trick, it's just like, it's so good. As I said, I'm gonna have to buy a replacement because it is dry. It is like a struggle to get this on my lashes right now. But I only really have one mascara open at a time. Right now I do have 2 open, but that's because I needed a waterproof one. But normally on a normal everyday time, I would only have 1 open and it's gonna be this every single time. It's just gonna be Essence Lash Princess because it's the one. It is the one and only. I will fight you on this. This is gorgeous. And that means we only have 2 products left to talk about, and they are going to be my lip products. So I have decided to choose some that are quite neutral because I could only choose 2. So the lip liner that I chose is Huda Beauty Flirt. Some of you may know that I've recently finished my all-time favorite lip liner in the world. That is Colourpop Beeper. But this I think is going to be my new lip liner obsession. It is beautiful. It is just a very neutral everyday brown shade and I'm really enjoying it. I don't have this on today, but I have been playing around with it. I only finished Beeper a few days ago, so I'm still kind of like dabbling. If I still had Beeper, I would probably just have Beeper in this video, but I'm trying to just stick to what I actually have right now in my collection. This, you can tell, has been used. It's not very long, so I don't think it will be too hard to finish this up. This has come out as well, so I only have this much left, to be fair. Wow, is that it? It doesn't go down very far, as you can tell, so who knows? Maybe this is going to be my new Project Pan focus lip liner, because this really won't take that long, and to be honest, it is getting a little bit old. Like, this could do with going. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna be focusing on this now. But it's just a really nice everyday brown nude shade. I feel like it'll go with everything, even though I only have one lip product, but it'll go with that as well, I promise. I do love a good nude brown lip. Today I am wearing more of a pink lip to go with my warm outer V. I really like this look. I've used my Pan That palette and then my Pan That palette in order on my inner corners as well, so I feel like I've merged two worlds together here, but I think this is beautiful. I really like it, and this brown nude goes with everything, especially taupe eyeshadows. Yeah, I'm linking it all together, baby. Especially cool tones here as well. This will go perfectly with them, but it'll also go really nicely with some more pinky neutral shades as well. And the other lip product that I've decided to have in my minimal makeup collection is my Fenty cream in Fenty Glow. This is like the absolute classic Fenty shade. You guys know I love my moisturizing glossy lipsticks, lip products, lip glosses. This is so beautiful. I absolutely love this lip gloss, and it'll go so well with this lip liner as well. These two together, this is definitely more of like a brown shade, but if you blend them in, it just makes a really nice ombre effect kind of lip, and that is what I love. I've loved using these two together over the past few days to the office, and this is just so comfortable. This is such a classic formula. Everyone knows the Fenty formula and everyone loves it, me included. I just think it's gorgeous. So these two together are definitely like a dream team when it comes to lip products, and I think I'd be really, really happy with these two for a little while. I would get very bored eventually, but this is it. These are my 15 products. What do you think? Would you be able to survive with just these 15 makeup products? Let me know down below, or let me know some of your makeup products that you would bare bones ration when it came to a minimal makeup collection. As I said, this is not serious. I'm not about to do a month with just these products. I love having my huge makeup collection. I love being able to choose different things to wear every single day, but I just respect the minimal girlies. I really, really do. I think project panning has really allowed me to understand the minimal mindset sometimes, but I have decided that minimalism is not for me. Minimalism is not for me. But nevertheless, I wanted to try this little video and just share some of the staple products in my collection with you guys that I would recommend above all else. So this is it. It seems like a really long video today. I don't know how it got so long, but I hope you did enjoy this video nonetheless. If you did, like and subscribe. Give me a comment as well. Again, I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers, and I really think I can do it very, very soon. So thank you all for all the love and support on my makeup channel. And with that being said, this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. Have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye!